Hello. Did you know that in Saw the movie, there was no time for rehearsal? James Wan and Leigh Whannell, two Australian directors, are the creators of the Saw horror movie series, which spans 9 full-length movies and other media as well. The main focus of the first 8 movies was the fictitious serial murderer John Jigsaw Kramer, but the 9th movie focused on a copycat killer while maintaining continuity with the other movies. In this video, we will see some very interesting and hidden facts about the Saw movies. If you want to know more about this, then stay with us until the end of the video. Also, before the start of the video, don't forget to subscribe and comment so that you can watch as many new videos from our channel. And let's get started. Here are some interesting facts about the Saw movies. Number 1. This film was made in under 18 days. Yeah. This is a very short period of time to make a horror movie, which often includes difficult stunt double shots and a lot of special effects, both of which were very briefly used in this movie. Number 2. Low budget. The Saw franchise is renowned for its cheap budget and big profit success, similar to The Purge. Costing $1.2 million, the first Saw grossed $103 million at the box office. The series has generated $980 million in revenue, while costing only $75 million to produce. The movies are produced by the same firm, Blumhouse Productions, which is known for making low-budget movies like Get Out and Paranormal Activity. Number 3. The original Saw was a brief movie. In 2001, James Wan and Leigh Whannell created a short film, known as Saw .5, based on a single scene to promote it into Hollywood. Twisted Pictures acquired it when it attracted the attention of a studio. Number 4. The creators actually don't place a lot of emphasis on blood and gore in the franchise. The writers adore Saw's distinctiveness because it is novel, but they discover that the viewers frequently pay attention to elements like the blood, guts, and gore that aren't particularly crucial to the story. Wow, I enjoy the surprises. Whoa, did you just see that? Number 5. There was no Jigsaw in Saw's initial design. When the writers set out on their journey, it was never in their initial thoughts. Number 6. Migraines served as an inspiration for Jigsaw. A co-author, Leigh Whannell, was experiencing this while writing. He recalls having terrible migraines and wondered what would happen if he went to an MRI and were diagnosed with a dangerous brain tumor. Make the most out of your life instead of being told, "You have 2 years to live." He claims, 10 minutes remain in your life, the decision to live or die is yours. Number 7. There was no time to practice. Not if you exclude the end product, of course. Number 8. The Blair Witch Project had an impact on the Saw franchise. According to Leigh Whannell, Saw started back in 1999 when we first watched Blair Witch. Number 9. Before the opening sequence of the first Saw movie, 2 further ideas were intended to be presented. One was a concept for a film on astral projection, according to Wan. The second one was the concept of a man who goes to sleep at night and wakes up with scratches on his body. He installs video cameras as he sleeps after noticing that something strange is occurring to him in the night. And this took place years ago, before another film called Paranormal Activities was released. Number 10. Jigsaw puppet was built by hand. It was manufactured by James Wan himself. It was not store-bought or a vintage item. Number 11. The phrase Saw. The franchise's name was inspired by a diary passage by Leigh Whannell. The word Saw was drawn with blood oozing from the letters as Wan suggested the concept. Number 12. The original tale. The comics that were influenced by cinema may go unnoticed despite the fact that we're accustomed to watching films and TV episodes made from them. As a kind of prequel, Saw Rebirth details John Kramer's development into Jigsaw. Number 13. Jigsaw was the 7th of 8 Saw movies to be shot in Toronto, where the first 6 Saw movies were mostly shot. Number 14. Improvise as you go. Shawnee Smith claimed that the first movie's conclusion was still being worked out as it was being filmed. Smith had no notion that she'd be able to repeat her role and play a villain because a sequel wasn't initially intended. Number 15, The Illusion. Although Saw 2 jumps between several things, the whole movie was actually shot in one location, drawing some influence from the previous movie's low-budget beginnings. Number 16, Undercover. The final 25 pages of Saw 2's screenplay were actually kept secret from the majority of the actors in order to prevent leaks. The penultimate scene's performers were the only ones to receive the script, presumably to prevent leaks. Additionally, 5 different endings for the movie were really filmed. Those privileged actors really need to be kept on their toes, right? Number 17, Triple C's Company. With $164.9 million, Saw 3 is still the series' highest-grossing movie, surpassing Saw 2's $147.7 million. Saw 4 comes in last with $68.2 million. A good thing can occasionally continue for too long. Number 18, Decorator of Interiors. Jigsaw is no different from other excellent villains in need of a hideout. Jigsaw's lair was meticulously planned out by actor Tobin Bell, who also collaborated with the production designer to determine what gadgets it would have. You really managed to inhabit your part, Tobin. Number 19, Seventh Heaven. The Saw film series holds the distinction of being the only one to have its first 7 installments released from 2004 to 2010 in a row. I assume there isn't much competition because most franchises don't live all that long. From 1984 until 1989, Police Academy held the previous record for most films released in a row. Number 20, Alphabet. The company intended to soften the movie to bring it into that R sweet spot, because the original Saw movie initially had an NC-17 classification, a notch beyond R that ensures no one under the age of 17 could see it, even with a parent. In this instance, the secret was to simply reduce the fluorescent lights to lessen the creepy factor. Number 21, Lamb Chops. We all likely recall the original movie scene where Amanda had to dig through entrails to get to the key to open up the reverse bear trap. Real fake intestines are reportedly rather pricey. I know firsthand. Instead, the filmmakers just stopped at the neighborhood butcher shop and purchased some pig intestines. Number 22. In a Haystack, a Needle. The needle pit sequence, in which Amanda Young is flung into a pit that holds a key, is one of the second movie's most well-known moments. For Shawnee Smith's safety, 120,000 needles were needed for this scene, and it took the team 4 days to replace all the needle tips with fiber tips. Number 23. Such a Baby. Director Darren Lynn, Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4's director, dealt with the stress of filming a series like Saw in the only manner he knew how, by utilizing a fart machine. The team set up a contraption on the set and programmed it to go off at random events over the entire series. Shawnee Smith was the first victim of the joke when he teased her by showing her a clip of an incident in which he said she farted out of emotion. Smith was rightfully mortified, but Lynn eventually acknowledged that he had added the sound. He rigged up remote-controlled whoopee cushions, and Smith joined him as a sidekick in the practical jokes. Number 24. Saw was simply intended to be a demo reel Saw. In response to the news that a sequel could be in the works, Wan remarked, "We actually let the bad guy open the door and then close it." Number 25. Decreasing profits. As was to be expected, the budgets for Saw's movies increased as the series progressed. Less than the first picture, the 6 grossed $68 million. The budget for Saw 6 was $11 million, which is more than 10 times as much as the budget for the original movie. The biggest budget, $17 million, went to Saw 3D. Overall, it still pales in comparison to current blockbusters. Those were 25 interesting facts about the Saw movies. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so that you can watch as many new videos as possible. Thanks for watching.